Could a dark, ancient ritual connect two continents, separated by thousands of miles and thousands of years? What if I told you that a peculiar, gruesome practice found among Native American tribes might have its roots in the misty forests of ancient Europe? We're diving deep into a controversial theory. Did the ancient Celts, known for their fierce warriors and mysterious druid priests, cross the Atlantic and introduce blood rituals to the Americas? Let's start with the Celts. When we think of them, we often picture brave warriors like Boudica or mystical figures like Merlin. But there's a darker side to their history, one that involves complex and often misunderstood rituals. Ancient Roman and Greek writers, like Julius Caesar and Strabo, wrote about Celtic practices that, to them, seemed barbaric. They described rituals involving human sacrifice, often to appease their gods or to seek visions of the future. One of the most famous examples is the Wicker Man, a giant human-shaped effigy allegedly filled with people and animals and set ablaze. While some modern historians argue these accounts were exaggerated propaganda, archaeological evidence does suggest that ritual violence was a part of some Celtic cultures. Bodies found preserved in bogs, known as bog bodies, often show signs of a violent, ritualistic end. These individuals weren't just murdered. They were often subjected to a specific sequence of injuries, suggesting a ceremonial purpose. The Celts believed the human head was the seat of the soul, and head hunting was a common practice, with severed heads displayed as trophies or used in rituals. It was a world where the boundary between the physical and spiritual was thin, and blood was seen as a powerful conduit to the gods. Now, let's journey across the Atlantic to the Americas, long before Columbus. Here, we find a completely different world, with its own rich tapestry of cultures and beliefs. Among certain Native American tribes, particularly in the southeastern United States, we find a set of practices known as the Southeastern Ceremonial Complex. This cultural network, flourishing from about 1200 to 1650 AD, shared a unique and sophisticated art style and a complex set of rituals. And here's where things get interesting. Some of these rituals bear a startling resemblance to those of the ancient Celts. For example, certain motifs in their art depict warriors holding severed heads, eerily similar to the Celtic head-hunting cult. There are also depictions of ceremonial blades and ritual combat. Some early European colonists reported witnessing rituals that involved human sacrifice, particularly among tribes like the Natchez. Their great leader, the Great Sun, was seen as a divine figure, and upon his death, his wives and servants were expected to join him in the afterlife through ritual sacrifice. This echoes the practice of retainer sacrifice found in many ancient cultures, including some believed to have been practiced by the Celts. The similarities are uncanny. Both cultures placed a high value on martial prowess, had a priestly class that oversaw religious ceremonies, and seemed to incorporate ritual violence and head symbolism into their belief systems. So, how could this be? The mainstream scientific view is clear. There is no credible evidence of a pre-Columbian transatlantic voyage by the Celts. The Americas were populated by people who crossed the Bering Land Bridge from Asia thousands of years ago. The development of cultures like the Southeastern Ceremonial Complex is seen as a completely independent invention, a case of what anthropologists call parallel evolution. This means that different societies, facing similar social or environmental pressures, can independently develop similar cultural traits, from pyramid building to, yes, even ritual practices. The human mind, after all, might gravitate towards similar symbols and solutions, no matter where it is in the world. The head is a powerful symbol in any culture, representing identity and consciousness. Warfare and sacrifice are themes that appear in mythologies across the globe. From this perspective, the similarities between Celtic and Native American rituals are simply a fascinating coincidence, a testament to the shared patterns of human thought. But there's another, more fringe theory, one that captures the imagination. This is the theory of hyperdiffusionism. Proponents of this idea suggest that most major cultural innovations and ideas originated from a single source and then spread across the world. In this case, the theory posits that ancient seafarers, perhaps Celts or another European group, managed to cross the Atlantic. These weren't large-scale migrations, but perhaps small, lost groups of explorers, traders, or exiles. According to this theory, these few individuals could have introduced key cultural elements, like specific ritual practices, artistic motifs, or mythological concepts to the native populations they encountered. This would explain the sudden appearance of these old-world traits in the Americas without the need for a massive, undiscovered Celtic civilization in the New World. It's an intriguing thought. Could a single boatload of ancient mariners have planted the seeds of a ritual complex that would flourish 1,000 years later? Let's examine the evidence, or lack thereof. For a Celtic presence in America, we would expect to find some hard proof. We'd look for Celtic artifacts, pottery, tools, weapons in undisputed pre-Columbian archaeological sites. We'd search for Celtic inscriptions written in their Ogham script. We'd hope to find Celtic DNA in ancient Native American remains. The problem is, none of this has been found. Claims of Ogham inscriptions in places like West Virginia have been widely debunked by linguists and archaeologists as natural rock formations or modern carvings. Alleged Celtic artifacts have consistently been proven to be either misidentified Native American objects or outright hoaxes. And genetic studies have overwhelmingly confirmed the Siberian Asian ancestry of Native Americans, with no trace of a pre-Columbian European link. Without this physical evidence, the theory of Celtic influence remains firmly in the realm of speculation. It's a classic case of correlation, not equaling causation. Just because two things look similar doesn't mean they are related. So, what are we to make of all this? The idea of ancient Celts bringing their rituals to America is a captivating story. It sparks our imagination and challenges our understanding of the ancient world. It taps into our love for mysteries and hidden histories. However, based on the evidence we have today, the scientific and historical consensus is that it's just that, a story. The similarities between Celtic and certain Native American rituals are most likely a stunning example of parallel cultural development. It shows that humans, separated by vast oceans and millennia, can independently arrive at similar, complex, and sometimes dark expressions of their spirituality and social structure. It doesn't make either culture less unique or less fascinating. In fact, it might make them more so, revealing universal patterns in the human experience. While we may never find a smoking gun or a ceremonial Celtic blade in an ancient American mound, the question itself forces us to look closer at these incredible cultures and appreciate the rich, complex, and sometimes mysterious ways they made sense of their world. What do you think? Is it a case of coincidence, or is there a lost chapter of history waiting to be discovered? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the mysteries of the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. See you next time.